Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tehila Soft Touch and I'm a makeup artist in the city of Enugu, Nigeria. If this is your first time here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. On today's tutorial, we'll be creating a halo pigment eyeshadow look on a dusky skin. So here I'm going on cleansing her face, though I'd already cleaned her face first step with a wipes, and to make sure that her face is properly cleansed. So I'm going in again with my micellar water to cleanse her face. So her face is well prepped here already. I've done all the prepping. So this is me trying to match the foundation shade to make sure. So I mixed two foundation here just to make sure is a proper shade and it blends into her skin properly, because if you really look at her, you think she's fair, she's in between fair and caramel skin, but to be on a safe side, you can also say she's a caramel skin. That's down here in my country we'll call it caramel, but over there I think they call it dusky skin. So yes, go back and then spray my setting spray, Kiss Beauty setting spray, and like I always do, I always drench. I do a proper drenching before going in with my beauty blender. There I'm going in to blend. This technique really works for me. I don't know for for every other person, but this really works for me. I first go in with my foundation brush to blend in the foundation before I use a beauty blender to blend in the foundation. That's after I must have locked in the foundation, so it gives me a flawless finish. I don't know for any other person, but this is the technique that works for me. So if you're new here, please, this is how I contour. I'm a deep contour, or I deep contour, if that's the best. So I deep contour depending on any skin type, but if it's a lighter person, which I'm going to create another look on a very lighter person, you see how I contour on a lighter person. So after contouring, I lay in my cream blush by Tehila from Tehila palette. I'm using the red one. It's very pigmented, so I go in a little bit because it's really pigmented. So in between, if you check in the step in between, you place your blush just above your contour. That's how it goes in layers. So because when we start concealing her under eye, it's still going to stay on the blush concealer. The concealer is going to stay on the blush. So now I'm concealing with a concealer that is almost her skin tone shade, like is her proper skin tone shade, like it's not light, it's not light at all. So I'm going in with it first, blending properly and make sure it's matching the skin, or it's into the skin, if you permit me, before I go ahead using another lighter shade of concealer here again to conceal, highlight the whole T-zones and then her inner corner under eye. So blending is the key as a makeup artist, or anything you do in makeup. Whatever you do, make sure you blend in properly. Take your time in blending. Like, blending should be your condo. You should not be in a hurry when you're blending anything at all you're doing. So I'm going into blending properly, right guys? So I have to contour her nose, still the same shade of foundation I use in contouring her full face. To sculpt her face is the same thing I'm going to use to sculpt her nose too as well. This technique really works because it helps snatching the person's nose and then getting it together, especially if the person's brow zones are very far from each other. I think there's another video I'm going to post. This my model is like that, her, I think something like that, something similar to that. So I'm going to show you guys the outcome of it all. So guys, you keep blending, right? So I went in back again to apply another concealer there because I think when I was blending the contour, I think I took in a lot into her T-zone, so I had to go back and place it back again. So here I'm going into the last one, the one in her inner corner eye, to blend in properly, and then take it a little bit down. Just take it a little bit down. So blend properly and make sure there's no harsh lines at all. Make sure there's no harsh lines, there's no signs of where each one stops and where the other one begins. Everything has to go in circles. So I am spraying again. Spray to make sure to lock in both the concealer, the foundation, and every other thing. This helps the makeup to last longer. So here I'm blending in again just to be just to make sure that there's no creasing under the eye. So here I'm using a powder, like her shade, her perfect shade in the powder to set under her eyes just a little bit. I want her to have that natural feel effect under her eye. I do not want under her eye to be too bright, so I wanted it to, you know, be mild and calm as well. So I'm going in now to set again the second time with a setting powder. That's Mirac. Don't worry guys, I'm going to put all the makeup products I use in the description box. So I'm setting in again. One good thing I love about this Mirac setting powder is that, especially ginger, you can use ginger for all skin type. Like, I'm not capping guys, you can use it so versatile. You can use it for all skin type and it works. And another thing I notice about it again is that it's tear proof. Like, I've literally had some clients, you know, tear up, and after the whole place dries, I don't even go about fixing up anything. Once it dries, everything just goes back to normal. So if you're a makeup artist and you don't know about this, especially in Nigeria, I would really recommend it. I mean, Laifa did a very good job there. So I'm going into, you know, properly powder her face all through. So here I'm contouring her nose the same way, the same method, but here now I'm powder contouring her nose to properly make sure that it's well snatched. Please pardon my gum chewing. I was tired at some point. So I'm powder contouring the cheek and every other place that I contoured. I did liquid contouring, so I'm powder contouring to lock it in again, or rather to set it in, if you permit me to use that word. So you have to blend to make sure that everything is well blended out. So I'm going to now powder blush again, just to give it a little bit of depth and just a little bit. Actually, this blush, to my greatest surprise, I really had it for a long while I can't even remember the name right now, but I will check and then I'll put it in the description box. It's really pigmented, so I went in using just a little bit. If you look at it very well, you will notice. So now finally I am baking her face. Like I'm literally baking her under eye, because the eye look we are going to create, we might have some fallouts, right? So we don't want to have those pigments fall under her skin or let it sink into her face. So this that I'm doing right here now, if I tell you guys that I don't know what I was doing, I really don't know what I was doing, but it was something I picked up a long time ago and I stopped doing it, so I decided to just, you know, try it again. But if you see the effects, if you like the effects, please drop in the comment section and tell me what works for you. So this is what her face looks like before we'll get into the eyes. So guys, here is a deal. I'm going to drop this eyeshadow tutorial and the brow tutorial in a different video entirely, because I did not want this video to be too long, so I'm going to post it in another video. So guys, so I'm going to do it off the camera. So this is what the eyes really looks like, guys. So I'm blending off, taking off all the places where I baked all the baking powder and every other fallouts on her face. So I'm just blending everything out to make sure there's no mark there on her face. So guys, I'm using Becharm Ageless. Yes, is a highlight palette. I think I was gifted by a masterclass I attended some time ago last year. That was when I discovered it, but surprisingly it's really good. It's really good because I use it once in a while, or rather I use it often. So you can see the effects is giving here. Now just look at the side, the effect is giving. Guys, what do you think about these eyes? It's really popping. It's really popping. So there I'm going in with my balm, my glow balm by Mismetic, sorry, TM Essential in Bare. Look at that glow, guys. Look at that glow. Look at that. So I've overlined her lip here, guys. So sorry about that, because my phone was very hot. It was so heated up that I didn't even realize that it stopped recording at some point, so we had to let it cool off before, and I didn't know I'd already finished lining her lip. So you guys know how we do it here. Lip is the icing to the makeup, any makeup at all. I think lip is just lip just has a way. Your lipstick or anything just has a way, anything you put on your lip just has a way of, you know, lifting the makeup. You know, either it will brighten the makeup or it will tone it down, whichever. So I think I'm using Becharm Ageless here too. Their lip stain, I think I used two here. The first one I use here is Gorgeous. Yes. So I'm blending it in very well because it dries up, so I don't want it to dry before I blend. I want it to dry just a little bit before I blend, so it can be blendable when I'm still blending. It's not the one that when the whole thing is all dried up before you now start blending. So I'm going in with another shade. I think this is Nude. I'm not sure, but I think this is nude, just to highlight, you know, the inner part of her lip, to make it pop, you know, guys. So you blend. Here I'm blending, guys. Keep blending. That's just the only thing when it comes to makeup. Like I said earlier, you have to blend and blend and blend again. Please, guys, I'm sorry, I apologize if there's any sound you're picking up. Please forgive me. We'll do better next time. So I'm using a gloss. If you guys notice now, I don't use the gloss directly, or the lip the lip stick directly on the lip anymore. I've stopped doing it because it's really not hygienic. So I take it off and then I use a lip brush, because you never can tell. So watch out for these things, guys. It's really good that we take care of our clients and models. I mean, that's why we are here, and that's why we are learned, and we keep learning. So here I'm locking up the whole makeup entirely, just to keep it together, right, guys? So what do you think? What do you think, guys? How do you like this? So the mascara, definitely to, you know, put together the lashes under and the one on top, to make sure that everything, you know, stays together. So you see this part, I love doing it, like the under eye lashes. Just use mascara and marry all the lashes, her bottom lashes, use mascara, marry them. Look at that look, guys. So perfect. Even our model is happy. So we are done. This is the finished look. I hope you loved it and you enjoyed this video. Thank you for staying with me. Please like, share and subscribe. I notice a lot of you don't subscribe, or you watch my videos, but please just like, share and subscribe. Stay with me. We are building a community. I promise that we'll get better. Bye, guys. Love you.